So there actually are ads during the fight. Now, we had mentioned that you're going to be using the suppression fields. They'll spawn when the boss goes into the middle and recharges his shield, and they're called Volatile Anomalies. 3 of these bad boys will spawn every 8 seconds for a total of 9. Now, when these clowns die, they do a bunch of raid-wide damage unless they die within the suppression field, which is why having them the suppression field stacked really neatly is helpful. So when the boss goes to recharge and one raider is running into the bubble to get the shield, have everyone run behind the same suppression field stacking and putting it between the raid and the boss. At the same time, assign one healer to just lay down the big heals on the raider absorbing the shield. This will cause all the ads to nicely run at that healer because of the aggro and into the suppression field, where a tank can grab the aggro and then they can all be killed quickly in the suppression field. Now, sometimes getting the ads into the field can be a pain in the ass, so using knockback abilities like Wave and using the the great druid ability, the Vortex and the Wave work really well in repositioning the ads. Drop the Vortex, throw them all back, they'll all run through and get pulled right to the center of the suppression field.
Alright, so just to recap, because we threw a lot of information at you for this fight. Tanks, you want to be swapping on Expel Magic Arcane. You need to pick up the ads once they run over to the stacked raid behind the suppression field.
Healers, you're going to be rotating cooldowns on Expel Magic Shadow.
Assign a healer that will be covering the shield absorbers, but drawing the aggro on the ads. It helps if you mark this person.
Expel Magic Frost leaves the raid vulnerable and taking damage, so be ready and, pop Windwalking Totem and roar and stuff.
Expel Magic Fire is ticking on everyone, so dispel it on yourself when you're clear, and then just get ready to quickly heal everyone else up. Remember that the damage still goes off if you dispel it.
Yeah. A bit of raid damage is going to be taken if overflowing energy isn't absorbed, and there seems to just always be one extra one, so you're always going to be taking damage from it, but really it's actually on whoever the shield absorbers are to be soaking these.
Alright, DPS, you're on the boss, obviously, until the ad spawns, again, straightforward, and are lined up nicely. Then go back to the boss. You can DPS the boss while he's recharging the shield. He has a big hitbox, so
you can hit him outside the shield, but make sure the ads are dead before you do this, or you can, cause a big mess. Yeah. It's going to be DPS that need to be assigned to run into the shield and be absorbing overflowing energies, so make sure you know when it's your turn, and be alert for when those swirls are coming down, because if too many of them go off, everyone's just going to drop.
Alright, so just general information for everyone again. Spread on Expel Magic Fire.
You're going to want to use some sort of movement impairing break like Druid Stampeding Roar to get away from the Frost Orb.
Don't stand in the suppression field, and obviously don't get hit by said suppression field.
That can be easily overlooked. The range and healers will be stacked, moving around in the same direction wherever a suppression field is coming down. Always just keep moving in the same direction. It makes things a lot easier to predict.
When the boss goes into the middle of the room to recharge his shield, it's really easy for someone to accidentally step into the middle and gain the shield.
Very easy.
This prevents the designated player from doing so. So really be careful to not accidentally step in the middle. And if you do, well, congratulations. Now sit there and absorb the shield and think about what you did and get soaking the overflowing energies.
We lusted right at the start because, all the cooldowns are right there.
You're going to need a mix of damage in order to break the shield on the boss.
Yeah, otherwise the stacks just get out of control. So yeah, you need mages and different varieties of magic damage. There doesn't seem to be an enrage, so really just focus on the mechanics and staying alive.
Alright, after the boss dies, he uses one final ability called Expel Magic Loot. Make sure you're the first person to be hit by this ability.
Good luck, adventurers.